I've completed now. I could only get 2 in 3 of the corners and 1 in another because the canvas was getting quite tight, but that will work well. Okay, I'm going to imagine there's a line halfway through, and I'm just going to start pouring some colours down. There's nothing on this canvas at this stage. Oh gosh, I'm sitting in a shadow. I might have to move this later. So I want a touch of this very dark, if I can get any out, hopefully very dark. It looks a grey, but it actually has, it's like a very dark blue. We'll see how it goes anyway. I'll have to make sure I straighten up these lines a bit better. That's not very good. Right, that's the dark one. So if you've watched, Wendy Devereaux, her name is, you've watched how she does this. I've probably got too much paint in the white. I've got to be careful. And it's like a stripy result, which looks like it looks like a curtain with folds in almost. That's the white. This one is the colour of my kitchen. So I'm just going to add a little bit of turquoise. Don't want it to overtake. A bit of black because I want white with greys. Just for an accent, I'm going to add a touch of a brighter turquoise to it. Not too much. And a bit more white. Now I had bought a beautiful new brush to do this painting with, but that's for my very large canvas, so I've just got a regular small brush that I'm going to use now. Let's try this. We'll see how we go. Just get a So I'm going to load up my brush first. This is how Wendy was. I hope I do it justice. Oh yes. And the trick is trying to keep it straight, she was saying. We'll see straight away there. I can see that that has got a kink, a little, and because I shake, so this will be interesting. I just don't want to mix in together too much because I don't want it to turn into mud. Oopsie. Just put that there. Now, some of these paints were already mixed, so I know that they are going to come up with some cells because there's Floetrol in some of the mixtures. But the painting that I'm going to do for my lounge room will not have any Floetrol in at all because I don't want any cell structure in, oh, silly, in the results. But this will have some cells in it for sure. You can hear all the workers outside. Building 3 houses, well, building 2 houses here and renovating and extending my house. So I'm very lucky, so much work taking place. Just touch up the edges. Right, so looking at that now, I can see I need much more white, a lot more white. So I'm going to be putting more white in. Let's get some white in there. Okay, Wendy, so this isn't as easy as you make it look. So straight away I've learned a lesson here. Put too much paint on. Wendy puts on neat paint out of the tube. She doesn't mix it with any Floetrol or pouring mediums. But at least this is, as I say, this is my practice one. So but I'm liking the colours, just don't know how it will dry, that's all at the moment. Yeah, kind of like, I love that bit more brighter turquoise there. Actually, I'm going to add a little tiny, little, just a drop. Quite nice. Okay, I'm going to turn it round now and start on the other side. I'm going to try and make this side lighter. That could be the bottom, the heavier. So let's see if I can do a bit better this time. And I don't want the lines to line up. I might just put some of this on. This is the white. And sometimes Wendy, she'll let it dry, then put a tape on, and then paint the other half. But I'm actually going to be painting down the centre. Not sure if I'm going to be putting enhancements or if I'm going to have a go with the glue gun. So I'll have to wait till this dries to do the next stage. Anyway, let's have a look at this. So I'm just going to add a touch. As I say, I don't want it to line up with where the colours are on the bottom. So I might just do a touch of the very dark blue. Oh, if I can get any out. I saved some of the paint from when we painted inside. I think this is about as much as paint as what Wendy does. So we'll see how this comes up. I'm going to see how this looks now. Yeah, I should have wiped my brush after each one. Well, I've sort of lost my aqua again, so I might just add a bit more in there, and I won't keep going over it. Oops. Right, let's see now. that looks very nice. Yes, I should do these edges now and let that dry. I've got halfway through and I've decided I want to take another idea of Wendy's, and instead of doing flowers or anything on this one, I'm going to make it a beach scene, because it's sort of beach colours, and I might put it in my bathroom. So what I've got such a mixture of shells, and I've got some that are really interesting and got their own design, which I'll keep, but there's some that I'm going to actually paint silver. So I'll come back when I've got all my paints painted, all my shells painted, what I'm going to use, and when this painting is dry, I shall put a covering of Mod Podge over it, a couple of coats to give it a clear gloss, and then I will stick on my shells and seaweed and see what I can come up with. So see you soon. Oh, it's 24 hours later and I've come in and I'm really thrilled with how this is dried. So you can see the difference. This is the bottom actually, and I've got that extra very pale teal in there as well, and the top's just got the aqua and the greys and the navy blue and the white. I had planned on putting silver in there because I've got some new lights on the wall that have got silver in. So what I've done, last night I was painting some shells and popping silver on. Also got that idea from Wendy Devereaux. So I've just got an assortment of different shells here that I'm just going to place and see how that goes. But I'm just going to give it a couple of coats. I've never used this Mod Podge gloss that everyone's raving about, so I'm going to do a few coats of that first and then place the shells and this on it. You can see I've been having fun. I've got all sorts of shells. I've got crystals, aquamarine, amethyst, agate, topaz in here with all of these different shells, and I just think it's looking beautiful. I'm so excited about it. I'll just angle that so you can see up there as well, and back down this way. Can't seem to get the whole thing in. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of white iridescent, can you see it? White iridescent glitter powder through, and it will just catch lightly on some of these shells. I'm thinking I need yet another one, something there, and I'm just looking for it at the moment, but I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit with my fingers over this, and this is very, very fine glitter. Everything I've used today in the enhancement process has been purchased from Lorez Expressions in Melbourne. They do have a supplier in Canada and America, and of course the one here in Australia goes everywhere. And yes, contact Susanna. She has so many things. She makes all her own pastes and mica powders and translucent pigment inks, liquid pigments. Yeah, they're not inks because they don't fade like an ink will fade when you use it. So and she does all the glitters. She has molds. She has you know, stirring sticks and all sorts of things. Plus she has her own art. She's a very experienced artist, and she has a great YouTube channel, so you can see her on Lorez Expressions. So I'm hoping that that glitters enough and it will just pick it up, and anything that's loose, I'm hoping I've got some little aquamarine. So I've got some tiny little chips, aquamarine crystal chips here that I've used, and I've sort of sprinkled so they come down on the painting a little bit. So I'm actually going to leave it at that, and I'll bring you down for a close-up. So here we are. I mean, at the moment you can see the blobs of the paint, that will dry clear. You can see the amethyst and the coral, aquamarine, all the different shells here. Sorry about the shadow. I'm doing this at night time here, and I've not worked out here at night, so I haven't discovered where I'm in the shadow. I think I might rearrange those amethyst pieces there. Filled up some of the shells. Okay, so I'm thinking, where was it I was thinking? I'm thinking that around here I need a little something, and I've just come across some beautiful, where am I? Let me get this into the picture. Abalone chips. Abalone shells, and the contents of abalone is illegal for us to fish for it here in Australia. Only the indigenous people are allowed to collect the abalone. But I've managed to get hold of some chips of abalone shells, and I'm going to sprinkle some of those on. So I'll just pop you back up again. Okay, I'm just going to pop down a little bit more glue. I've really enjoyed doing this. It's been very peaceful. So I'm just going to put a few little abalone chips in through here. As I say, the glue will dry clear. Can't sort of determine what way up they're going to be. It's a bit difficult. So I'm hoping some of them we get to see the fantastic colours of the shell. It's just stunning. I need them anywhere else? Oh yes, that's right. I said I felt that was a little bit plain, that I feel it needs a white stone up here. Let's see if I've got one. And I might just pop a couple of little abalone chips around there. There, how's that look? As I say, the night time, looking at it in the night time doesn't do it justice, so hopefully in the morning we'll see all the effect, and I'll come in and video before I pop to work. Oh, that's picked up a few of the colours. I hope you can see those. And I guess I should have a few over here too. So, because this is going to be on the wall, you will see all the different chips that I've got on here, on the top and on the bottom. Okay, right. I mean, I was thinking of putting a pearl in there, but I just thought I'd keep it a little bit more real. So all of these precious stones can also be purchased from Susanna. There's just a few of them here that I have used. You can see them. And there's so much stuff she's got. Everything she makes herself, and it's all non-toxic. It's all approved, and so it's just lovely stuff, lovely products, quality products that really work. And she does a marvellous job with the packing of everything too, just so nothing will ever get broken. And great prices. And if you want to use my code, please go ahead. It's Yvette, capital letters YVETTE, and 15 written after it, and you'll be entitled to 15% discount. You'll just contact her and tell her I reckon you saw me on YouTube. Anyway, so I'm going to leave it at that now, and I'll see you in the morning, and we can view how it looks in the daylight. Thank you for watching so far. I'm just going to brush this. Where's my big? Oh, here's the bigger one. Bigger brush. I'm just going to brush any loose pieces, and then we'll brush them off. I don't want to lose them because they are precious stones. They're not, you know, they're not just glass. I can use them for something else then. So I'm just going to tip those onto this cloth that I've got here. Make sure that nothing's going to come out. There, I think that's about it. Oh no, I missed a little bit. That's looking great. I'll just move that away and keep all those precious crystals and stones, and just put those over there. And now I can show you the finished result. I'll bring the camera down because I don't think you can see from up there just how beautifully glossy this is. I'm thrilled to bits using this Mod Podge. So the glossy one, I highly recommend it. It's sealed the painting, nothing will fade. It's just beautiful. I'll just put the hanging device on the back and it's all finished. I'll just bring you down. Sadly it's not picking up because it's nighttime once again. Just the gloss, it just isn't picking it up on my camera. But it is just so glossy and shiny. It looks beautiful. I'm really absolutely thrilled. Oh, there we are. You might be able to see there how shiny that reflection is at the top there. It's just beautiful. Really absolutely thrilled to bits with this painting, and I love it very much, and thank you very much for staying with me, if you did, through the whole video, watching this little creative number take place. It's Easter Friday, so Easter Thursday rather, so I'd hope everyone's safe on the roads. If you're going away, have a great weekend, and I'll be back soon. Thank you very much. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so, and if you have, thank you very much. I'm inside now, and you can see just how shiny this is. Stunning. Oopsie, it's on top of my cooking hot tops.